Welcome to creating, accessing, and updating your PESC account. This video will cover how to create a PESC account, sign in to an existing account, and update or change account information. We'll start with creating a PESC account. There are two methods to access PESC. You can go to elections.ca and select your preferred language if prompted. Choose the Political Participants tab, and then select the Secure Online Portal for Political Entities icon. Alternately, you can access PESC using a supported browser by navigating to csep-pesc.elections.ca. As a tip, consider bookmarking the PESC sign-in screen for easy future access. To create a PESC account, you will need to provide account information like your name, phone number, and address, as well as an email address that will be tied to the account. After entering this information, you'll navigate out to the email address where you will receive an account activation link. But note, this may take up to 15 minutes. That link will bring you back to PESC to create a passphrase and secure your account with security questions. The first time you come to the PESC sign-in screen, you'll select the Create an Account button. You'll need to enter some basic required information. Start with an email address. This email address will be associated with your PESC account hereafter. Note that the email address chosen will be used as the sign-in moving forward, and will link you to any other political entities with which you are associated. Below that, you'll then enter your first name, last name, a phone number and extension, and an alternate phone number and extension if applicable. Further down, you'll enter your address. As you begin typing your address, you will see a variety of similar addresses dynamically displayed below the address field. The more information you provide, the more narrowed down the options appear. You can either enter your complete address or select it from the list when it appears. Your full address will appear in the primary address details below. Make sure the system imported the address correctly. If it didn't, you can enter your address manually using the Add or Edit Address option. You will be prompted to select whether your mailing address is the same as your primary address. If not, you will have the same opportunity to enter your mailing address and select it from the dynamic list of addresses that display. Since you are not a robot, select the I'm not a robot checkbox. Finally, select Create Account. You will need to read and accept the terms and conditions to use PESC. At the bottom, acknowledge that you've read them, and select Next. At this point, PESC will send you an email with a link to activate the account. Navigate to your email and find the invitation from PESC. The email will look like this. Note, it may take up to 15 minutes to receive the email, and if you don't see it by then, check to see if it got routed to a junk or spam folder. Read through the instructions in the email and, when you're ready, select the blue This Link hyperlink. You will now need to create, and remember, a unique passphrase to unlock your PESC account. Note the passphrase requirements listed here, and plan accordingly. Enter it again to confirm you have it right and select Next. PESC will confirm the success of your passphrase, and you'll select Next again. Here, you're directed back to the sign-in screen. Prepared with your email and sign-in credentials, go ahead and select Sign In. Enter your email and passphrase and select Sign In again. The first time you sign in to PESC, you will be prompted to select and answer 6 security questions. Your answers must meet the minimum criteria listed. These questions provide an additional layer of security on the account and will be used to validate your identity if you need to contact support. When you reach the bottom, select Save. You are now signed in for the first time. Welcome to the PESC home screen. Some users will have accounts created for them by Elections Canada. These users will follow a similar process when first accessing their account. If this applies to you, you will receive a system-generated email from PESC. This email could take up to 15 minutes to arrive. Read through the instructions in the email and, when you're ready, select the blue This Link hyperlink. Select here to review and accept the terms and conditions. When you select Next, the system will send you a second system-generated email prompting you to set a passphrase and the 6 security questions following the criteria listed. After entering both, you will navigate back to the regular sign-in page and select Sign In. What does it look like to sign in to an existing account? Each time you sign in to PESC, you will select the Sign In option. Enter your email address and passphrase and select Sign In. Also, with each sign-in, you will need to answer one of your security questions before accessing the homepage. Over time, you may need to update your PESC account information. For example, if you move, get a new phone number, or feel your passphrase is no longer secure, you can make these updates in PESC. If you need to update your account information, you have 2 options from the PESC home screen. You can either select Update PESC account information, posted prominently on the home screen, or select your name in the upper right corner, and then select My Account. Both will take you to a screen similar to the one you used to create the account. From your My Account screen, you can update personal information, security questions, or your passphrase. To change your personal information, select the desired field, make the change you want to make, and then scroll down to select Save Changes. Be advised, on your own, you will not be able to change the email address associated with the account. If you do need to change the associated email address, you will need to contact the Political Entities Support Network. To change a security question, select the Security Questions tab. The list of security questions will appear and you can update any that require it. Select any drop-down to change the question, and then provide a new answer. Note, you will need to re-answer all questions before selecting Save to save your changes. Similarly, select the Change Passphrase tab to update your passphrase. You will be prompted to enter and confirm a new passphrase before selecting Save. In either case, after selecting Save, you will return to the PESC home screen. If you need help with any of these changes or experience technical issues, feel free to select the Get Help option on the home screen to see answers to frequently asked questions, or call or email the Political Entities Support Network per the information provided. You're ready to get started. You can now create your PESC account, which will include entering account information, accepting the terms and conditions of using PESC, working through the account activation process, and setting a passphrase and security questions. You can sign in to PESC and update any of your account information, including personal information, your security questions, or your passphrase.